So it's time for Wednesday night story time, and we're in for a treat. We have two books that, or this is also Poetry Month. One's called Book the Book, and it's by Lissa Rovetch. And the other one is The Other Goose, Part 1. You enjoy The Other Goose Part 1, you can try The Other Goose Part 2. It's available on Tumble Books through the Pontiac Public Library. That one is by Otto Seibold. So let's enjoy.
I am Ook the book. Do you see me in my nook? Will you stop and take a look? You will see I'm one good book. I am Ache the snake. I can bake. See my cake? If you take my snake cake, I will put you in the lake. I am in the twin. I am as thin as a pin. My pig, Lynn, is not so thin. I am Ugg the bug. This is Glug the slug. Do you want a bug slug hug? I am at the cat. Do you see Pat? He is my rat. I sat on Pat, so he is flat. I am at the pet. At the wet pet in a net. Do you need a wet net, pet? You can get me free, I bet. I am E the bee. Do you see Lee up in the tree? You are free to look for Lee, but gee, that bee is hard to see. I am Eep the sheep. This is Peep. She needs to sleep. Please do not make that Jeep go beep. I am Id the kid. Did you see what I just did? I hid a squid under old Sid. I am Ing the thing. I bring string to the king. If you need a bit of string, just give a ring to Ing the thing. I am Ow the cow. I can bark, bow, wow, wow. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me how. I am just that kind of cow. I am why the fly. It is time to say goodbye. I will try not to cry, but my, it's hard to say goodbye.
So did you enjoy that for Poetry Month? Can you tell what they did? It was actually pretty clever. Kind of reminded me of a very famous author. He played with a lot of words, took words, rhymed words, took words apart, made silly things, made people laugh. Do you know who that is? Dr. Seuss. That's who rhymed me of. So can you be your own Dr. Seuss? Can you write your own Dr. Seuss rhymes? What they did, and he did, is he just took the ending of words and chopped off the first letter or two, however it worked, add a letter or two, and made silly rhymes and had some fun with it. So you want to give it a try? Can you rhyme all the time? Can you make things that rhyme? And your sentences and your thoughts, they will be sublime. So I hope you enjoyed this particular piece for Poetry Month. And poetry is actually a lot of fun. It can be silly, it can be serious, it can be sad, it can be happy, it can be glad, it can be mad. It can be so many things. And poetry is just a lot of fun. It's fun to play with sounds, letters, words, and all different kinds of feelings. So give it a try. I'd love to have you post to Facebook and come up with your own combination of words. Just write down words that rhyme and see if you can think of something in some way to put them together and make them clever. So that's the first half of what we're doing. And then we have another half. And this one is really clever too. What it takes is nursery rhymes and it turns them upside down. And the name of the book is called The Other Goose. And this is not the Mother Goose rhymes, it's The Other Goose. And this is also available in Tumble Books through the Pawnee Public Library. So let's enjoy and see if you can come up with your own Dr. Seuss rhymes, Mother Goose, other goose rhymes. You can have another other goose rhyme. So let's enjoy for this wonderful month of poetry. So this is called again, The Other Goose. And this is the first one.
Of eggs and accidents, fried, tried, and justified. Part 1. Humpty Dumpty wasn't that tall. Humpty Dumpty went to the mall. He searched all the shelves again and again until Humpty found a true bargain. Part 2. Humpty Dumpty went for a stroll. Humpty Dumpty stepped in a hole. His shoe got stuck. He was in a bind. So Humpty had to leave that shoe behind. Part 3. Humpty Dumpty had a big shoe. Humpty Dumpty used to have two. He clopped in a circle again and again, but his shoes would never be together again. Epilogue. 3 days later, all the park squirrels and all the store's mice turned Humpty's shoe into something not nice. The park of Jacks, Jills, and Peter Pumpkin Pickle Peppers. Jack and Jill and Bill. Jack and Jill and a pickle named Bill strolled atop a mountain. Jack bent down to pick some dill, and the pickle jumped in the fountain. Jack be nimble. Jack be nimble, the name did stick. Over the candle,
over the wick. Jack be famous for this trick. The Splats. Jack Splat paints abstract. His wife paints country scenes. Together they fill the canvas up and live the life serene. Peter Pumpkin Pickle Pepper. Peter Pumpkin Pickle Pepper played the pipe, no clarinetter. Played in storms, any weather. Played because it made him better. Simple Simon. Simple Simon was good at rhyming, and not a whole lot else. He went to the fair, for that is where he went to fetch his pie. But up in his head, his thoughts instead began to churn and fly. So just as before, he came back to his door, forgetting what it was he went for. That's Jack Horner, over in the corner. He doesn't get a poem. Of lost sheep and little lambs. Little boy blue, come blow your tuba. Little boy blue, come blow your tuba. The sheep are in Venice and the cows in Aruba. But where is the boy in charge of them all? He's chasing chickens in Nepal. Time to worry? Not at all. Here's his number. Give him a call. Little asleep Bo Peep. Little Bo Peep did fail to keep her little lambs beside her. She went to sleep while counting sheep, and the lambs went far and wider. Some climbed trees, some chased bees, and one even flew on a glider. Back they crept while Bo still slept and hatched a plan to hide there. When she woke, no lamb spoke. In fact, they all got quieter. She searched and called and almost bawled. Then they all jumped out and surprised her. Mary had a little band. Mary had a singing lamb whose voice was widely known. Everywhere the lamb would sing, he never sang alone. Mary played a guitar jam with her little lamb. And so they played throughout the years and all throughout the land. Blah, blah, black sheep. Ba, ba, black sheep. Have you any wool? Let me see, he said after a lull. This is for the master. This is for the dame. This is for someone who lives down the lane. So, no.
So that's part number one. And if you enjoyed it, there is also part number two. And it's available through Tumble Books. You go to our home webpage and scroll down, and you're in your home, and you'll see the icon that says Tumble Books, and you can click on it. And it's called The Other Goose, part two. Check it out, see what you think. So tell me make a comment at Facebook, and I'm looking to see if anybody's commented so far. I always like it when somebody comments on something we're doing during the program. See if anybody's made a comment. What part did you like best? Did you like the book, or did you like The Other Goose? So far, I don't see any comments, but I'll tell you what my part that I liked best was the part, let's see, Other Goose. I liked the part where little Bo Peep was supposed to be a little Bo Peep, little asleep Bo Peep. Little Bo Peep did fail to keep her little lambs beside her. She went to sleep while counting sheep, and the lambs went far and wider. Some climbed trees, some chased bees, and one even flew on a glider. Back they crept while Bo still slept and hatched a plan to hide there. When she woke, no lamb spoke. In fact, they all got quieter. She searched and called and almost bawled. What did they do? They all jumped out and said, and surprised her. So I hope you enjoyed these fun little videos, and I'm hoping you're enjoying Poetry Month and all the fun things that poetry is. Hope you've had a chance to write your own poem, to look at other people's poems, enjoy some of the poems that are available. We've got lots of books on poetry through the Pawnee Public Library. We had our poetry slam. You should check it out. It was last Saturday, and it was really very cool. We had a lot of neat people participating. So again, this is Bonnie Boldup, and I'm hoping you're enjoying this National Poetry Month, and I hope you enjoy me tomorrow. We're going to have a wonderful Grandma Reads a Story. We're going to talk about when it's going to when the fair and Fair and Shining, and also Zoozicle by Judy Sierra. They're both really fun stories. So hope you join us then and leave a comment. Tell me what you like. This is Bonnie Boldup, wishing you a happy and healthy day. Pawnee Public Library. Goodbye.